I believe he cleared me. I might have to double check with him to make sure that was the last appointment. I'm cleared, but I think I'm good. So now it's just being smart, going into camp, and doing whatever I have to do to make sure this team is in the best position to win and attack the season. It's not going to be too difficult. I have the right people around me. Coach Hart, he knows how to, he's been playing this game for a while. He's been hurt. He knows how to manage, how many reps and things like that. So, I'm not worried at all. I'm going into camp with the mindset of, I'm fully healed. If they want me to do a hidden drill, I'll do the hidden drill. I'm me now. It's no longer, Blake has a bad knee. Like, my knee is fine. My knee is perfect. I'm just ready for some ball now. Say that one more time. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you could say a couple weeks ago, like that's when I realized, like, okay, my speed's coming back, and then I started feeling the burst, and then my cutting ability, like, there was definitely a point in time where, like, okay, I like where this is heading. I see the hard work paying off. The knees feeling great, the body's feeling good. So they're definitely a couple weeks ago. I would say that really kicked in. I'm like, okay, this is nice. You know. Yeah. Right. I mean, the way I view it, right? And, I hold my teammates, I hold myself, and the coaches hold us to a high standard, right? And part of me coming back was I said unfinished business. That was my thing, unfinished business on the field, off the field, in general. But we have a team that is very special right now. A lot of guys come back. JJ has another year under his belt. We have transfers. Drake Nugent. LD. Big Hint. Like, up front, we're great. Team wise, we're great. We've been working our butts off this year. I mean, this summer, and I believe in my guys. Like, I believe the camaraderie, the brotherly love that we have within each other right now is crazy. And what I'm telling the guys now and what the coaches are telling us, and it's just day to day now. Like, we've had enough dreaming, we've had enough talk about the national championship, and now it's just day to day. We got to beat ECU first. You know what I'm saying? We can't think too far ahead. Be where our feet are. We have to take care of the regular schedule and beat our rivals. And then, if we get there, we just got to get over the hump. But for me, I have high standards, so yeah, it's win or bust, and I think the guys know that. But we don't have to say anything. We know what it is. Talk is cheap, and right now we're just focused on camp on the second, and we're gonna go from there. We're gonna attack each and every day and try to get better, and that's what we're doing, man. Day to day, man, being where our feet are. Not, I mean, everything's still the same. It's still beat Michigan State. It's still beat Ohio State. It's still win the Big Ten championship. It's still, go to the college football playoffs, go to Natty. Like, it's still that, but we don't have to talk about it as much, because we know what the goals are. And like I said, talk is cheap. Now it's just putting in the work. How can we get better? Day to day. How can we get better than we were yesterday? And because we know what the end goal is, so we don't have to talk about it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because all the guys, we know, we want it, we smell it. And so, I'm glad where we're at right now. This team, like I said, is really special. A lot of special players, man. I could name a lot, but I think you guys know the special players. And I love where our team is. I love how Coach Harbaugh is managing the team along with the other coaches. It's been great. In Schembechler Hall right now, no complaints.
Wait, there's been a conversation about running backs in the NFL and the way the NFL
Yeah.
values the running back position. I wonder how that sits with you as a guy who can play running back.
I mean, it's a little frustrating. I'm not there yet, so I can't speak for the players that are literally going through it. But I see they're having their meetings, and hopefully, things can change. Because the running back position has always and still is a valuable position. I think it means a lot to the game. You have greats. The Walter Payton, the Barry Sanders. Then you have now like Derrick Henry and all the guys. So it's like you know those guys mean a lot to the game, man. Like why not treat them as such? But like I said, I can't talk too much about it. Yeah, it frustrates me from the outside looking in, but I'm not there. I'm not there yet. So I don't want to speak too much on it, but looking at it, it's a little frustrating.
One school of thought maybe that as a running back you have a certain amount of time to play and you want to be able to maximize what you can earn in that amount of time. Did that play in for you in thinking about whether to come back and play another year at Michigan or go on to the NFL and start?
I mean, NIL is great, but for me, it wasn't. Oh, I'm coming back because of NIL. It's kind of like, okay, that's a bonus. That's great. But that wasn't anything for me. It was honestly the bigger picture. I came back, got my degree. We have one heck of a team coming back. It's to do the goals we're setting out to do, and bring something real nice home to Ann Arbor.
If I can clarify John's question, you're cleared to go full blown.
Yeah, I'm good, maybe.
Have the coaches said that too? Like everybody said?
Yeah, hey, I'm good. Like I said, I had a doctor's appointment the other day, and the doctor cleared me. So I get maybe I should double check with him just to make sure that was the official clear. But I'm feeling great, so I'm gonna clear myself. I'm good to go.
So when's the first time that you'll actually get on the field?
Oh, the second, I'll be out there. I'm already on the field, I'm already out there cutting and stuff, We don't have practice or anything, but I'm out there putting in work, But as soon as camp starts, I'll be out there.
Like there's reports out there, your coach Jim Harbaugh will miss 4 games
Yeah.
to start the season. How do you think the team will take that on Mondays and Saturdays? Will that be strange?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like I said, I don't really know too much about the whole situation. I don't really know what's going on. But we're gonna treat each game the same. We know Coach Harbaugh, whether he's there or not. If he's not there, he's gonna be there in spirit, and he's prepared us enough. So those 4 games we can rally together. Like I said, if anything, it's gonna light a fire under us and make us want to win even more. So we love Coach Harbaugh. We're all behind him. They're trying to. Coach Harbaugh's a great coach, man. He's a great human being. He's done so much good things for the community, for us. You hate to see it, but like I said, I don't know what's going on, But if that is the case, we're gonna keep playing ball and we're gonna play for him.
Like what mentioned of times, what's it like to be part of something that is so special?
Man, it feels great. Walking into Schembeckler Hall every day, walking into the weight room, watching guys lift, watching guys sweat. You're like, whew, I can't wait to go to war with them. I can't wait to hit the field with them. And it makes you feel good. It makes you feel good when you have a great group of guys around you, from the offensive line to the quarterback to sharing a running back room with some great running backs, to the defense. Just overall, great players, great coaches. And going into the season, that's all you can ask for, And now camp coming up on Tuesday. It's time to put in that work. It's time to put everything else aside and, strap up and get ready for the season.
Like you and Cade McNamara accomplished a lot in 2021. Now with Cade going to Iowa, I was just wondering if you could kind of just describe what he could bring to Iowa and just kind of your connection.
Yeah, like I said, Cade's a great leader, great human being, and he's a general, at that quarterback position, and he's going to lead Iowa. They're going to win some games, and they might turn that thing around from last year. I expect some big things from Cade. Cade and Eric, that connection, great players, great teammates. They should do big things, and I'm rooting for the best. And like I said, hopefully we both have wonderful seasons and we can meet each other here.
Hey, Blake, you mentioned that NIL was kind of a bonus, right? Not the reason why you came back, but a nice add-on.
Yeah.
What do you make of the One More Year Fund campaign that Valiant had raised to hopefully keep you went through their guys around? What was that support like, knowing that I'm not coming back for this, but if I do come back, the fans really want us to come back?
Yeah.
And play one more year.
Yeah, by that time I already said I was coming back, but it was great, being able to get some of the other guys that might not necessarily, be targets in the marketing world, because sometimes it's unfair. But I want my offensive linemen to get as much marketing as they can, and sometimes these businesses don't necessarily go to the offensive linemen; they go to the skill players. The guys that scored a touchdown. But without them, so we ain't scoring no touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to get them some cheese and I think it's amazing. Like I said, NIL has been really good to us. My teammates and I, and like I said, it's a bonus. It's still all about ball, but who would turn down a little bit of money while you're playing a little bit of ball?
You guys have beat Ohio State obviously the last 2 seasons, and at that point before it was an everyday conversation. Are they still part of the everyday?
Oh, 100%.
And if so, how?
Yeah, they're still part of everyday conversation. We still have that beat Ohio period. You know, if you didn't, that means your head got too big and you think you're too good. You're too good for your stuff, and we're not that. We're not complacent. We want more. So we still have that period set in spot. We're still thinking about Ohio State all the time. But like I said, right now it's just being where our feet are, getting ready for camp, man.
For you personally, not being able to play in the TCU game,
Yeah.
obviously, I mean, as a player, how much was it frustration? Was it like, I don't want to say helplessness, but just not being able to be out
Shit, you can call it helplessness. That's how I felt. That's how I felt on the sideline on crutches, man. I'm looking at the defenses. The only thing I can do is really just bring my teammates up and tell them what I'm seeing. And that might go a long way, but I was just in my head. I'm thinking like, dang, like, what could I do if I was out there? What would I do? What could I make someone miss? Could I score a touchdown? So all these things, all these emotions were running through my body, and it was frustrating for sure. It was tough. It was definitely tough.
like, like
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember telling Coach Harbaugh I was coming back, and it was a great day. It was a great feeling to finally, because like I said, for a while, one day I wake up, I was declaring. The next day, I'm coming back. So being able to get that off my plate and really just focus on that get back, getting my knee right, it felt great. And being able to tell Coach, someone who I look up to a lot, hey Coach, I'm coming back to play one more year. Let's go do this thing. It was something special.
Like, I know when you were recruited, you really came down to Michigan and Ohio State for you. What do you remember about that, just kind of being recruited by two rivals so heavily?
It was a great feeling. I remember I took two officials to two great schools. But for me, like, you were going to get good football at both places. And it was really the next, like, setting myself up for life, honestly. The Michigan Alumni Network, it's something special, man. I tell you that, we're all there for each other. The Michigan, like I said, the alumni, they're there to help the new generation. They're there to help you and build up your future. And I can't appreciate them enough. They're there for you, and it's something special about Michigan. You get the best of both worlds, man. You get good sports and you get good academics, and it sets you up for a successful life.
Do you ever think about, like, what if I made the ever decision?
Nope.
Like, on a more serious note, the team took a trip inside the Holocaust Museum recently. What did you guys gain from that, and how do you think it'll impact you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great to go to any museum, Holocaust Museum, African American Museum. I think it's great to learn. Who doesn't want to learn, about whatever it may be, So I think it was very important that, we went to the museum to learn and gain some knowledge, especially nowadays, if you post something on Twitter or something like that, you could be bashed and stuff like that. So it's just good to learn what to say, what not to say, learn more about, whatever it is, the culture, the religion, whatever. It's good to learn, So go to as many museums as you can just to learn about everything, You can never, not learn enough. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good experience.
Like, can you kind of describe the dynamics of the running back room in terms of how creative we had Donovan and yourself and
Yeah.
two receiver, freshmen,
Yeah. Oh, man.
you guys incorporate how creative, like, hey, you can put Donovan in the slot, or you guys have input on that? How does that work out?
Yeah, I mean, when you have diverse running backs, right? You can kind of put them wherever you want to put them. Put them in the best position so the team can win. So it starts with Coach Hart. Great running back coach, great guy. We've learned so much from Coach Hart. It's crazy. You know, he's brought our running back room so close together that like we can't be pulled apart. You know, so it starts with him, and then you have myself, you have Donovan. You know, two guys that just push each other, not selfish at all, just want the best for each other. We all try to sharpen each other, you know, on and off the field. And then you have, you know, guys like C.J. Stokes or Tavi Dunlap or Leon Franklin. Then you got the freshmen, you know, Benjamin Hall. You know, you got Cole Cabana. You know, so we got some running backs. You know, running backs are just got here or trying to take everything in, maybe learn a little something here and there. And then you got, you know, the seasoned veterans.
That diminishes your 28 or 30 carry. Do you
Ah,
have a problem with that? Would
man.
you rather be at more of a sweet spot at a 16 to 20?
Yeah, 16, 20, that's fine with me. You know, whatever gets the job done. You know, if they need me to one game carry the ball 40 times, I'm good for it. You know, I'm good for it, man. You know, I know the work I put in, but if they want me to carry it 10 times, I can do something with 10. You know, and I know I have the guys in front of me, you know, that are going to pave the way for us running backs. And, you know, whatever the team needs me to do, I'm there for them. You know, whether that be 10 carries or whether that be 40 carries, you know, it doesn't matter to me. I'm there to play the game I love, and that's what I love doing, man, going out there every Saturday.
Wait, question for you back here. I already got the picture. I got the Instagram. Friday Night Lights having events for kids.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you to help these kids maybe experience life that they don't get to do?
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot to me. You know, holding my Friday Night Light camps is something special because, you know, you only get high school football once, right? Not that this camp's for high school football, but I name it Friday Night Lights because Friday Night Lights is something special, as y'all all know. But holding these free football camps to kids that maybe can provide it if I did charge, or can't provide it, you know, it's something special. Giving them some exposure, giving them some techniques, giving them some motivation. You know, that like if I did it, hey, you can do it too. This is what you got to do. You know, and so, you know, it means a lot. You know, it's just I'm big on community, and it brings the community together. And that's what I love about these youth football camps that I hold Friday Night Lights. Yeah. Yes, sir. You know, we were talking about this not too long ago, and we basically said to be the man, you got to beat the man. And, you know, Georgia's at the top right now. And if we want to be at the top, we got to beat them. You know, so, you know, just implementing, you know, a Georgia drill, just like we implemented a Ohio State drill, you know, just keeping that in the back of our mind, right? You know, just always keeping it there. We don't got to talk about it too much, but always keeping it there and just driving us forward and just reminding us, hey, we ain't the top dog right now. You know, we got more work to do. You know, let's get to work. I couldn't tell you honestly. I haven't done I wasn't here in the spring, and that's when they put it in. So I can't wait to see in the fall. You know, I can't wait to see it at camp.
Like, what does it mean to be in a league that has Braylon at Wisconsin, Katron and Nick at Penn State,
Yeah.
Deontay at Ohio State, you and Donovan? Like, it seems like this league has had a running back renaissance.
Mm-hmm.
While the NFL's starting to trend away from that, the Big Ten seems to be leading into it. What does it mean to you guys to be a part of that?
I mean, it's something special, right? You know, having all these great running backs, you know, that are really successful for different teams. I mean, it shows you what the Big Ten is, right? It shows you, you know, we have great offensive line, we have great running backs, we can run the ball, we can pass the ball, you know, whatever. So it's nice, you know, it's like competition. You know, who doesn't love a little bit of competition? You know, like you said, you named all the great running backs in this league. So it's great playing against them. It's great seeing what they do each week in and week out. So it's great being in this conference. But you know, hopefully the running back will fix what's going on. I mean, the NFL will fix what's going on with the running backs, and we'll go from there. But honestly, I'm not even worried about you know, that right now. I'm really just focused right on the season.
It's going to be a little tough to not keep an eye on what the other running backs around the league are doing, knowing that there's so many good ones around, like this season as it goes.
Oh, I mean, you might see something on Twitter if you're on Twitter or something like that, but, you know, you got to compete with yourself at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? For me, I'm just trying to be better than I was last year. You know, and that's all I can ask for myself, and that's all I can give to my team. And like I tell everyone, like, the individual success comes from team success, and that's what I believe. You know, if your team isn't successful, you're not going to be successful. You know, so, you know, the team comes first. You know, but it would be cool seeing what all these running backs do. It's all great duos. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be great.
Like you
job or your room. But what have you seen from those guys? And
Yeah.
how does Coach Moore get to 5 stars?
Yeah, I mean, you have these great transfers from Drake to Ladarius to Hint, like, but then we have great offensive line. You know what I'm saying? You have the Trevor Keegan, the Carson Barner, the Zach Zenner, Trente Jones. I can keep going. We up front, we're so good. And it starts with Coach Moore. Just like when our RB room starts with Hart, it starts with Coach Moore. And he trains those guys really well. And, those transfers are coming right along. They look strong. They're big. They're nasty. So they're going to do some damage this year.
Like I think I saw an interview with you, so you got into house flipping
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah, sure
Tell me
did.
about that.
Yeah, my dad and I, we purchased a house back in my hometown and renovated it a little bit, and now it's on the market, and we had a couple about 8 people come through the other day, so hopefully it sells fast. But just like I said, just setting myself up for the future. That's what Michigan is about, setting their, college graduates or while you're in college. The alumni base is crazy. That's not my only investment. I've invested in other things. But that's something that I love. I've always been interested in real estate. So, doing that first flip with my dad was pretty cool.
What are your ultimate goals with that in terms of the platform that you have now?
Eventually, I want to get into multifamily homes, apartment complexes, and build up a business. And see how far I can take it. Own a bunch of apartment complexes, have my own management company, keep everything in house. So I don't have to go to a source. I can be the source, and we'll see where my entrepreneurship goals go. But that's what I want to be, entrepreneur, along with getting into sports broadcasting. So we'll see when time comes. But that's where I want to take it. Slow right now, just flipping single family homes, and then hopefully I can get to multi-family homes and go from there, man.
So your final carries last year were at Ohio State.
Yeah.
What do you remember of those carries? How much you looking forward? Another chance to play.
I remember when I went to cut, my knee just gave out. I couldn't cut on it. That's what I remember. How excited I am to play Ohio State. Really excited, but I'm just excited to be back. It's not necessarily I'm excited to play Ohio State, but I'm just excited to be back on the field with the guys. Play a game that I love. A game that I put my all into. So that's what I'm excited for. It's not necessarily I'm excited to be back there playing playing Ohio State. I'm excited to play ECU. I love the game of football, so going out like that sucked, but I'm back now and I can't wait.
How do you account for the program's rise, I guess, occurring at the same time there has been, so much kind of drama, whether it's, kids exploring the NFL or, the JJ Cade thing last year, even this year with the looming potential for
So you said like,
how do you account for the program's rise or explain it at the same time all this other stuff?
yeah, I mean, we don't let that stuff mess with our minds. A lot of people, they get in their heads and, oh, Coach Harbaugh leaving, or like, oh, Coach Harbaugh might get suspended, and they're just like, too much going on. Like, nah, just handle your business, man. Everything's going to take care of itself. Okay, if Coach Harbaugh gets suspended, we still got to play ball. Coach Harbaugh's still going to get us right, and we're going to go win. That's how that's going to happen. But, just a group of guys that are determined each and every day to figure out a way to win. That's how our rise is. We focus on the day-to-day. We don't think too far ahead. We don't think in the past, day-to-day.
Speaking back on 2020 versus 2021, that seemed to be obviously the watershed
Yeah.
moment, obviously. Do you think that's kind of what has allowed you guys to kind of
Yeah.
weather all this stuff?
I think we had to go through 2020 to get where we are now. Guys like Aiden Hutchinson and Josh Ross, and you can say Hassan, and those guys, they kind of changed the culture. Us leaders, we kind of just picked it right up. When they left, new leaders step up. Make sure nothing changes. What I'm saying? We only get better. We don't get worse.
Speaking of handling your business, you got a couple of banners hanging down at that end of the field from the last 2 years. What's your level of expectation that in a few months your team will be playing here for a third?
I mean, we know what the goals are, and our expectations is to be right back where we were, but better. we're not complacent. You know, we're not like, okay, we've had 2 winning seasons, we can ease up a little bit. We don't got to work as hard. It's none of that. You know, all the guys are ready. All the guys come to work every day, you know, and put in the work. You know, we're hard on each other. You know, we critique each other. We critique our work and finding the details. So you know, we expect to be back here.
What about this team could be potentially even better than last year?
You know, I mean, what could be potentially better than last year is, you know, this team has gone through. We've gotten there, right? We've won a lot of games, and we have some additional pieces. You know, we brought some transfers on, and you know, it's all about the mindset. You know, we don't get big heads. We just get better, man. You know, and like I said, we smell it. You know, we can do it. We don't have to talk about it, but we can just put in the work. You know, and this year, yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a great year. We're just, like I said, focus on day to day. You know, don't get too far ahead, man. Just day to day, and everything is gonna take care of itself.
Like yesterday, Ryan Day said that he thought the Ohio State Michigan game should be moved up to next year because the chance that you guys will play with
But
12 in the
yeah,
championship.
yeah.
Just kind of your thoughts on that. Do you like where it's at? Do you think it could be?
I mean, personally, I don't have no preference. You know, it doesn't bother me if we play week 1 or 7 or 12. I think the game's always gonna be the game. You know, I like where it's at. You know, right around. You know, it's like the Thanksgiving game. Um, But I don't have a preference. You know, I don't really care. I see what he's saying, but I personally don't have a preference.
Do you think it takes anything away from the rivalry if you play back-to-back weeks like that?
I mean, no, I don't think so. I think if anything, it'll get the fans going even more. What? We get to play again? You know, kind of like last year when there was a chance we could play each other again. So like, you know, I don't think it takes anything away from the game. Uh, but you never know until you see it, right? So.
Because I think that's the thing. Is like last year you would have known going into the game you were definitely going to play again. I think that's why he's saying that maybe that's what the message is.
Yeah, I mean, we can try to say what he's trying to say. We don't really know, but
That is what he's saying.
okay. Oh, okay. So that's what he was worried about.
Takes away from the game if you know you're definitely going to play them the next week.
Uh,
It's already decided.
right. I mean, the game's the game, man. You know what I'm saying? The game's the game. You know, if you're gonna go into the game and be like, oh, we're gonna play him next week, so it doesn't matter if we lose this week. Come on. You know, what type of mindset is that? You know, that's a loser's mindset. You know, so like, I mean, if I know I'm gonna play him next week, I'm still gonna play as hard as I am this week than I am next. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna take away from the game. I don't think. You know, and I know my guys. That's not gonna take anything away from my guys. You know, we're gonna go into the game, each and every game, working our butts off. You know what I'm saying? And we plan on winning. You know, so I get what he's saying though. Yeah, but I don't think so.
Right. Hey, did you hear what Jim talk about it getting more balance as you got offense, I guess? I mean, do you see your workload maybe decreasing a little bit and also
Yeah,
incorporating Donovan?
yeah. I mean, like I was telling, whatever the coaches need me to do, I'm here. You know, if they need me to run the ball 40 times, I'll run it 40 times. If they need me to run it 10, I'll run it 10. You know, it doesn't matter to me. I know the team's going to be ready, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes for the team to win. And I know my guys are. You know, I know Donovan's ready. I know my offensive line's ready. I know JJ's ready. So, like, if we want to find more balance, yeah, hey, you know, let's do it. You know, I don't need the ball 30 times a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. You know, I don't. You know, I love the game of football. I love playing. I love winning. You know, it's all about winning. So, you know.
How much do you think getting the more balance is crucial maybe into being kind of getting over the hump in the college football playoff?
I mean, we'll see. I mean, you saw towards the end of the year, you know, we started letting our air out, you know. So I think, if you're looking at the end of the year, I think we were pretty balanced. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, going into the year, we'll see what the coaches have in place, but, you know, we'll go from there.
Hey, real quick, you've been so successful with NIL, right? I would argue that you're one of the more successful NIL athletes in the Big Ten. What are you saying to a recruit when they make the trip to Ann Arbor and NIL for some reason is driving their recruits?
I tell them if you come here and you're successful, you have a good chance of making a good amount of money.
But obviously, NIL isn't the only thing that matters at Michigan either, right?
Correct. No, NIL doesn't matter at Michigan. That's why we're not out here paying high school athletes. You know, you have to come here. You have to put in the work. You know, and after you put in the work, you reap what you sow. You know.
You hear a lot about though other schools making
Yeah, I mean, I hear a lot about shit, some high schoolers getting 13 million, and I'm like, not that I don't know that's true. No, I don't think no one. I think when they get there, they don't actually get the money. That's what I think. But lies. But I don't know. I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? But what I would tell the high schoolers is, come here, put in the work. You're not gonna get nothing up front. You come here, put in the work, you'll make a good amount of cash. So that's what I would say. Nah, not. I wish.
How do you keep track of what you're making?
Uh, I'm a smart guy. Say nah. I mean, I have I was raised the right way. My parents taught me right. I know how to manage money. I know what to invest in, what not to, and I know what comes in. I'm not dumb with it. I know I got to pay my taxes quarterly and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I know how to manage my money. And I mean, I think it'd be good for some athletes or some schools, to have, financial literacy classes or something like. We've had a couple of those, and so but I'm smart with my money, man. I'm not out there.
Do you think guys go in the portal just for NIL?
Probably. Yeah, yeah. There's definitely probably guys that do that. Yeah.
Switching gears a little bit.
Running backs think they're undervalued,
Yeah.
especially the guy in this town who led the league in rushing 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
I,
Running backs underappreciated, are they undervalued?
I mean, I would say so. I mean, you can't see it from here, but you got some great running backs up on those boards that played for the Colts. Yeah, he's up there. He changed the game. He was a big part of the game. Great running back. And you have great running backs undervalued. I'll just put it like that.
Discouraging? Because you see the trend. You see
Yeah.
big names out there. Josh Jacobs.
Yeah. Derrick Henry. Yeah.
Minnesota that just like,
Oh. Yep.
He'll play one of those running backs later.
Yeah.
You're what, a year away from maybe doing that. So
Yeah, like I don't like putting myself in the position because I'm not there yet. But it's definitely frustrating, seeing, running backs not getting paid what they should be getting paid. But I'm not there yet, so I don't really like talking too much about it. But from the outside looking in, when I get there, I can see how it would be frustrating. But right now, it's frustrating from the outside.
crack everybody up and say, I make more now than
I don't know, man.
Like, how's your relationship with Donovan from?
Oh, great. Oh, man, that's my guy, man. We push each other to the limits. We have so much respect for each other. We're both not selfish players at all. We want the best, and we want to win, and on the field and off the field, we have great relationships. And, I love Donovan, man. He's a character, he'll make you laugh. He'll make you smile. He's a good dude. Great football player as well.
It's only one ball. I mean, was there ever a concern with your success or even his success
Nah.
last year that it would change the dynamic?
Nah, not at all. Like I said, we're there to push each other. But move, bro. We're there to push each other. We're great. We're not selfish at all. It doesn't matter if I have 10 carries and he has 15. We're not gonna be like, oh, he had 5 more carries than me. It's none of that. We just want to win it.
Hey Blake, I don't know if you heard, but Jim Harbaugh compared JJ to Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen at the podium up there. He was talking about it in terms of how Mahomes' teammates talk about Mahomes and how Mahomes interacts with his teammates. I don't know what you know about what Mahomes and Allen do with their teammates, but what can you say about it? Why would you make that comparison?
I don't really know too much about what McCombs do or Josh Allen. I don't know what they do in their locker room and on the field, off the field. But JJ's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? He does a lot. On the field with the guys. They go golfing and stuff. It's always just trying to bring the brotherhood together. So I can't speak on too much about what the NFL quarterbacks do. But JJ's a great dude and a great quarterback.
Blake. So I know you're a huge competitor, but there's been some talk around the locker room recently of you not being a very good basketball player and not a very good ping pong player.
Yeah.
Can you just give me some pointers on that? Please.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the talk too, but talk is cheap. When I hit the court, it gets scary. Just like when I hit the ping pong table, as you know, it can get scary as well. So, I'll meet you back at Schembechler Hall, and we can go from there. I like handling my business on the court.
You guys want to share some of your reporting on that?
Stage is Blake.
I'll take this.
Last one for Blake, please.
Okay. What new additions to the team, whether that be younger players, new additions, transfer portal, that really stand out to you that you think are going to be really impactful this upcoming season?
All of them. You know, I can't just pick one. It's literally all of them. You know, they all stand out to me. You know, from Drake to LD to Hint, like offensively off up front, three great offensive linemen, three great guys that attack each workout, came in, you know, even though they're, you know, you would say they're seasoned guys, they came in willing to work. You know, they didn't come in, hey, you know, with their chest poked out. You know, they came in putting the work. Josh Wallace, great corner. You know, I'm excited to see what he does. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, all of them. You know, I can't just pick one. I'm really excited to see all of them. They're great guys. They've been putting in the work all summer. Great players. Yep.
Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate it.